So let's begin with the sound of the bell. And as you hear that invitation to center down, you can allow your eyes to gently close or adopt a soft downward gaze as we begin to gather all the threads of attention right here into the center in this present moment. If it helps you to settle into the seat you've taken, you can take a couple deep breaths in and out. Sometimes as you sigh out a breath, you really get that sense of the body's capacity to settle and calm itself. And resting the attention on the breath gives the mind something to pay attention to. It anchors the awareness. And so there are several anchors. You can basically choose any object to focus your awareness. Feeling the body breathing is the classic one, riding the waves of the breath as a way to stabilize the attention. But you could scan through your body and let your attention rest on the many sensations coming and going in your body. You could anchor your attention on your sense of hearing, receiving sounds at the ear door. You could focus on your mind, the thinking process itself, and watch thoughts come and go. This is subtler and takes a little more practice. But if you're an experienced meditator, you might find value in resting back in awareness and simply observing the thinking mind and its processes, the thoughts that come and go without attaching to them. And the other side of the thinking coin is the feeling. So thinking and feeling, really two sides of the same coin. And so if you're showing up for this sit with lots of strong emotion, or you're having an emotional experience that you're curious about, again, stepping back, resting back in awareness, making space for your emotions, and simply feeling them, recognizing. And what are the sensations and thoughts that go along with this strong emotion that you might be feeling? So ultimately, in insight practice, Vipassana practice, there is no one fixed or set object for attention, for awareness. Ultimately, we open into a kind of choiceless awareness, meeting each moment and whatever it might present, moment by moment. But it's quite easy to lose the thread of conscious awareness that way. And even if it's a way of practice that you're comfortable with and familiar with, there's value in a single object to concentrate with as well. So you can decide, as we're settling in now, I'll begin us with some basic body and breath awareness, and then I'll invite you to stay with one of those anchors or choose another one until you feel that wonderful unity of mind, body, awareness. And when you feel steady, then you can open to a more choiceless practice if you choose. So just taking in the fact, the truth that there is a body. There is a body sitting here. And begin to feel now the support for that body as it sits. Whether you're sitting upright or if you may be lying down. Where is the support for this body? How is this body supported? Can you let go into that support and allow ease to grow in your body? Right alongside places that might feel tight, held, painful, or uncomfortable, there is ease in this body. The ease of sitting without needing to hold ourselves onto the chair, right? We're resting. Gravity is holding this weight. And the ease of the breath coming and going, unless you've got some dysfunction or illness. Your body is continuously taking in breath and letting it go. So feeling how this body is supported in an upright yet relaxed way. Beginning to feel that continuous process, those waves of rise and fall in the process of breathing. Again, noticing that it takes very little effort. Simply choosing to feel whether you're breathing in or breathing out. Keep it simple. Fully present for one in-breath. Fully present for one out-breath. Allowing the body to breathe however it needs to breathe right now. And really resting the attention on whatever it is you're choosing as your object of attention. So whether it's the body sitting and the many sensations in the body, or the feeling of the breath moving in and out, see if you can hold that awareness lightly, not in a tight, overly serious way, but a curious, open awareness, receiving the sensations of breathing, receiving the sensations of this body sitting. Recognizing this as nature arising, not something personal, not something you have to strive to achieve or make happen. Simply knowing breathing as breathing is happening. Knowing other sensations in the body as they come, stay for a little while, and then fade. If you find that the mind is being pulled away from the present moment by thoughts or feelings, lots of wandering going on, each time you notice that is a mindful moment and strengthens your choice to return to the present moment and whatever may be occurring there, breathing, sensations, sounds, whatever might be happening. Returning time and again to this embodied present moment. If your mind is distracted over and over again by the same set of thoughts or feelings, you keep finding your mind wandering back to a problem that needs to be solved, or a conversation that happened, or a thought about the future, you might check to see what's the emotional undertone. And then that becomes the object of awareness. It's the same story or set of thoughts pulling you away from the present moment. Then become curious. What's the tone? Is it pleasant, unpleasant, neutral? Is there a strong emotion attached, like fear or excitement or anger? And then, this is fear. This is anxiety. And then you know that. That's what's happening in the present moment. So no need to ever give yourself a hard time about mind wandering off. Just appreciate noticing it and do your best to return to the present moment. And again, you can use any anchor that works. Sound, sensation, the breath, thoughts and emotions. We'll continue in silence for the next few minutes and just remember that what we're interested in is what is here now. resting back in easy awareness, spacious, receptive. Let your curious interest brighten the mind. There's nothing to wait for, nothing to achieve, nothing to do or become. Simply resting in awareness. Resting back in this spacious knowing moment by moment. As we move toward the end of our time of practice, you might let your eyes open if they've been closed and become interested in this mindful transition from formal practice to informal practice to everyday mindfulness. Still here, still embodied, still interested in staying grounded and centered and open. And not rushing off into whatever is next. Staying right here, noticing the mind's tendency to jump ahead to a minute or 5 minutes from now, and just noticing that, bringing yourself back to just this, here and now. Thank you for your practice.